with 5 sets of armor here. There's going straight in for frags. Tensky got 4 of them before. Can he deliver once more as we enter the first round? Looks like it's going to be Dignitas sending 4 players towards the B side of the map here. We've got Nico with the Deagle towards A, trying to show some presence there, potentially pick someone off. Let's see what he can do.
And Rubino must have been feeling the air as the Deagle rounds went past his head. They were super close. Down to 60. It's Config who could be walking into a trap. He's going to get caught from next, but doesn't get picked off. He's going to get killed on the routine. Oh, how is he still alive? He's just out at 55. And now he will be able to maneuver himself into a position to be a threat again. And that is a missed opportunity for Mousesports. There's Chris J, though.
He answers back. Rubino caught out of position there towards the top of middle. Hasn't got anyone else there to back him up. And now MSL on the hunt, trying to revenge his death. As he slowly makes his way towards T-spawn here. He's going to have some confrontation here. This frag, not really worth his time right now. If he goes down, that's the round pretty much secured for Mousesports. Decides to fall back. And now you can see the German side making their way into the A-bomb site. Smoke deployed towards jungle. They'll be clearing out the site now. There it is.
Nico finally gets his man. And that should be the bomb moving onto the site already. A much better performance from Mousesports. Bomb has been planted. Speedy up on the little jump there. He's going to bag himself a frag, but he gets taken down. Both of Dignitas are very low. Just about 30 HP between the two of them. And so you're not expecting much. But if that USP just lands the one cheeky tap, everything can change. Config goes in, still alive.
Once again, no kits here. Time ticking away. We have got Kiabi coming in the back, but you feel like, oh, so I have to say too little too late. All of a sudden, 2 frags out of nowhere. Now there is a real opportunity. Diffuse probably has to come in now. Dennis finds one, and he gets the second as well. There it is. Mousesports arrive on the second map, taking the pistol round. Got a little bit hairy there towards the end, but Dennis stepping up in the 2-on-1 and making sure it happens for him.
Mousesports very nearly through that round.
Well, this is the thing. Dignitas had no kits there as well. I feel like it was a done deal, but those kills came out of absolutely nowhere. KRB coming in for the backstab. So Dignitas aren't going to be forcing into this round. Just going to have Deagles and Rubino on the 5-7 and head armor. Deagle can be absolutely deadly on this map. Lots of long-range angles to face. Mousesports just trying to stick together towards the mid-area, swarm this zone, and Chris J does take down the first pick in the form of MSL.
Mousesports have taken quite a bit of damage, though, onto Nico and Speedy, and so is Dennis. So, fair enough, they have the player advantage. They do have definitely the better weapons with the Kevlar. Just a couple of shots can quickly turn the tides of battle. Mousesports have bagged themselves a second frag, but there's Tensky from short. We'll be hunting for that second kill, which is going to be getting pushed in from Chris J. Not going to land the shot just yet, and that should be Mousesports now being able to wrap themselves round. Tensky gets the frag, drops the bomb as well. Finally meets his doom. Speedy's there.
Just going to be Rubino remaining now. He has got the head armor and 5-7, but he's swiftly dealt with by Nico, and Mousesports managed to convert the anti-eco into a victory. 2-0 now in their favor. I assume Dignitas taking a full eco here. Potentially could have some upgraded pistols. Didn't invest too heavily. You see MSL trying to keep his money honest. He's not going to be buying anything, just sticking onto the USP. Mousesports can keep hold of the UMP and Tech 9. As we enter round number 3 now, they're going to be favouring towards that A-bomb site. They have got Nico alone towards the top and middle, just trying to feel out any sort of aggression that may be coming in. Speedy opens it up, takes the first frag towards apartment. There is another man waiting for him now. It's going to be Rubino. Could run straight past him. He will. Rubino should be able to pick up the easy frag. He doesn't. He whiffs the shot, takes the headshot, but gets punished by Speedy there. 5-on-3. Speedy recovering. Impeccable style then. MSL is the snake in the grass. As he lurks out, can hit the bomb going down as well. Trying to do something with this, does take down one. Bomb gets deployed. It's going to be sitting towards the shadow area now. Should be dealt with swiftly, I would imagine. There it is. Chris J takes him down. Just one player remaining.
Not for long, though.
There it is. So, Mousesports favouring the A side of the map. Speedy getting away somehow from that silenced USP in the apartments. It's the first kill for him. And then running straight past Rubino. You feel like Rubino could have even knifed him if he wanted to. Somehow ends up not making that kill happen. But there we go. Mousesports take the 3-0. And we have why coming from Dignitas. Interesting approach from them. A scout and an AW.
I assume that's going to be jump shotting in B-apps with the scout.
Yeah, you'd assume so. Yeah, that's what he will be doing. Rubino, though, he's going for a little bit of aggression here towards middle. He has got back up from the window. Dennis has spotted him now, trying to make that kill happen. They're smoked out of the situation, but Mousesports have got full control of middle now. Push the CTs out of the key positions. Config still just jumping up from the B apartment, seeming to spot anything here.
Still 2 mollies in the hands of Mousesports, and a lot of options. 1:20 left on the timer. They do have Dennis, who's still prowling in connector, as you can see right now. Player just ahead of him, that's going to be Rubino, and one behind him in window. So Dennis is kind of on his own right now. A one-man army, just hoping he gets some frags, and MSL just peeks round the corner, puts him down with ease, and this is where the jump scout can really pay off. It's so annoying to play against. Can Config get any shots off? He does connect the first one, looking for the no-scope, does pick off Chris J in mid-air, and is still alive, and effectively enough to get the second jump shot! Ridiculous, a third as well! What is happening? And he lands the no-scope! Tensky comes in! Dignitas don't lose a single player. Config take a bow.
Oh my God, what a performance that was with the jump scout there. Somehow making it work impeccably for him. Fantastic stuff from him, that jump no scope as well. He legs the first player, which is Chris J, takes him down with the PT-50, and that's the shot on your screen there, and Nico getting absolutely wrecked, and Config just stepping up massively there.
No scopes, speedy as well.
No scopes everywhere. That's just showing you how effective it can be in the right hands. Now into round number 5. He is going to be switching back to the AK-47, but it looks like a full-on B rush coming in from Mousesports.
This time Config is getting burnt alive. Maybe a bit too predictable. Dennis gets the opening pick. Bomb is now moving onto the site. That's going to be a rough retake. Chris J, very nice shot onto Rubino. He's trying his best to force his way through Kitchen.
Now, considering the CTs get reset in this position, I'd be saying we probably want to save this.
Yeah.
It's a very difficult retake, but all of a sudden they do get 2 picks. Maybe they can make something of this. Have got the kits in hand. Maybe a little bit sloppy from Mousesports there to give those frags away, but the time is ticking away. Bomb has been planted. Next, in a key position here towards shore. Speedy taking down Tensky. That should seal the deal here, but all of a sudden, MSL does find a pick as well. Speedy will take down Kiabi, and now just the AWP left alive. He does find Speedy. I don't know how they've made something of this round. The full defuse coming in should be dealt with, and there it is. Mousesports recover the situation after finding the initial 2 frags. It looked like that round was over. Like I was saying, for me, Dignitas probably should be saving there, but somehow 2 frags were given away by Mousesports. It's a vital round for them to win. Dignitas still do have money to buy into this one. They had a pretty clean round on their first gun round, so it hasn't reset them too hard here. Just going to be Rubino, who's going to be on the 5.7 and body armor. They've got a famous 3 M4s, in fact, and Chris J still has the AWP to work with. So you'd assume Mousesports is going to be taking this round much slower and just trying to work out what they're up against before committing.
You can't help but feel as well, those 2 kills in that retake kind of baited Dignitas into going for the actual retake itself.
Yeah.
And ended up losing them all their weapons, which is why Rubino currently is on a 5.7 instead of a weapon itself.
That's very true.
Mousesports now will be looking to push on through. Still enough weapons to do the damage. Config at the back again. This time will not be mollied out of position. Going great for the CT. Spray down Tensky with 2. And just like that, Chris J has a mountain to climb. Not going to land anything, and Tensky is there with the USP. They will be able to convert that into the AWP as well and trade out the FAMAS for an M4. Great result for Dignitas.
A little bit of an overcommitment there. It didn't really seem like they actually ascertained as to what was going on, what kind of buy they're up against, forced the B situation once more. And it seems Config has got that position on lockdown. Great use of flashbangs there. Good synergy between him and his teammates, getting the damage done and just wrecking them as they jump out of the house. And that's going to put Mousesports now onto the eco. They've got a couple of pistols, PT-50 and a Tech 9, and 1 flashbang to work with. Looks like they'll be favouring towards underpass this time. And that's the first kill coming. It's actually in favour of the T's. The spray down is being set up for Rubino. He gets destroyed as well. The Glock somehow taking over this round, 4-on-2. I'm not really sure how this has gone down. They managed to salvage the weapons as well. Just going to be Config and Kiabi remaining. They're actually separated as well. This is actually looking very promising for Mousesports.
This is why we often say when you know against an eco, a lot of teams will just play super passive, but Dignitas went for the opening picks. They went for the aggressive plays through mid.
They didn't even have upgraded pistols there. It was majority Glocks, and they're the guns that get the kills. That's so surprising. MSL jumping down to underpass with the AWP. Should have been picking up 1 there, but he gets destroyed. And now it's a 4-on-2. Mousesports just biding their time and making sure they don't throw this situation away. It'd be an absolute devastation to the morale if they did that. So 55 seconds to go. You see the CTs are just trying to work out what they can do. We've got Config going around the T-spawn himself as well. This could be interesting. If KRB can find 1 or 2 kills, it's definitely going to set his teammate up to be in a tantalizing position here.
It's Kirby though, and we've already discussed how influential he often is for Dignitas. And if he's still alive, doesn't get caught in the back, which has just happened to Nex, he could have maybe held down A by his lonesome. As it stands, though, it's Config, who has been wrapping himself around, as you called before, through T. Spawn, gets the drop on Chris J. First frag has gone down. There's going to be 3 separate angles for him to cover, though. Surely this is a bridge too far for Config to traverse.
Surely.
And that smoke is going to allow him to get up on Tetris. And he's been dinked down to 17. His chances just went from slim to none. And he will just be saving the AWP instead, the correct decision.
It was definitely a viable situation for the CTs there. Had KRB not got backstab from Connector, really could have made something of it, but good awareness from Mouse, making sure they cover all scenarios there, taking him down. Config does get 1 for his troubles and salvages the AWP as well, but that's pretty much all he can do. The bomb will be blowing up here, and Mousesports somehow taking the round with the Glocks. I don't think even they expected that. They had a P250 attack line, 3 Glocks and 1 flashbang. It's massive. And it's actually going to put the CTs in a pretty dire straits in terms of their money. They've managed to save the AWP. The rest of the team can't really justify that much. 2 players and 1,500. They're going to be forcing what they can. An M4 has been dropped. And a FAMAS has been purchased by Rubino as well. So they are going all in on this round. They know the team money isn't great as well. So they want to be denting them while they can. It's going to come down to that man, MSL, whether he can make anything happen here. He's going to be towards the B-bomb site. Looking into the apartments. It looks like an A attack coming in. Rubino faces towards the lower ramp and picks up the first kill onto Dennis.
They are going to try and avenge that frag, though, with just raw, ruthless aggression. Molotov onto the site. Next has been flash, sprays down onto Tensky. Gets the better of him, but Kirby now hiding in shadow, lurking, ready to strike. First frag goes down. He's still on 100, looking for the second one. Can't get it done. Nico is there with a flashbang, but look at Mousesports. Both HP is incredibly low. Nico catches MSL as he pushes ninja-like through the smoke. And that leaves Config in a 1v2. But again, keep in mind how low both the Mousesports are. First kill comes through, and it is going to go the way of Dignitas. But there's Nico! AWP to use. Mousesports, by the way, have already got more rounds than did on the entirety of Cobblestone.
Indeed. Huge round for them to win, and actually resets Dignitas pretty hard now. They're going to be about 2K across the board. You would assume this is pretty much a fully kick coming in. Config has purchased a Desert Eagle, but Nico stepping up massively there. Very low HP in that 2-on-1. Could have gone either way, but he manages to land the AWP shot. And surely they won't be committing to a B rush or something like that. Just make sure you fill out the map properly, execute nicely, make sure you stay together as a fragging unit. Don't make the situation more difficult than it has to be. Dennis is going to be filling out the B apartments by himself. Config there with the Deagle. This could be deadly. Mousesports just trying to figure out what's the best plan of action here.
Again, playing very slow, steady, waiting for Dignitas to maybe look for a bit of information, pick off a couple players, and then force through those vulnerabilities. They did catch a glimpse of the Deagle-wielding Config, who has now dropped, so that gives them a little bit of information, but you can see how incredibly patient Mousesports are waiting right now. They don't want to give anything away for free.
This is what they should have been doing. The round they lost before, they just kind of committed to that full B rush, and they didn't really gain any information before. Need to be sweating the CTs out, making them question their decisions. And it looks like now that smoke causing from going in towards mid from Nico. Going to be sticking together. 5-man unit as they head towards the B apartments once more.
Dignitas, in credit to them though, in this kind of scenario, they would be itching to just go for a quick peek, and by and large, they have been very passive themselves. Yeah. Which is why we are currently at all 10 players alive. Finally, Tensky gives in to temptation and gets punished from Nico with a bullet between the eyes. Now, Deagle's still in play, but all the players from Dignitas currently reside on A site, and it's going to be B, where Mousesports look to push, and they will get this bomb planted.
Yeah, Nico in a nice position here. Just getting the rotation kills. He takes down MSL. Should be able to get KRB as well. They've only got USPs. Config does still remain with the Desert Eagle, but that should be the round tied up here. So it was an absolute disaster for the Germans here. Nico getting his 4th of the round, stepping up here on Mirage. It's going to be 7-2 in favor of Mousesports here. There it is, next seals the deal. And they're finally off to a fantastic start here. Dignitas can definitely buy into this round. They're not going to have an AWP, but they've got something to work with. No kits as of yet. But there we go, Config going back in for that scout. He is going to be going for more of a utility-based play. You'd assume he'll be going towards jumping towards the apartments once more. So deadly before, looking to recreate that form.
And so far, Mousesports have seemed to be pretty hell-bent on going B a lot of the time, so that could potentially play into Config's wheelhouse. This time it's more of a mid-centric play, and Chris J up on that cheeky boost spot there in mid will pick himself off that frag, so that's a key kill going the way of Mousesports, and they look to continue to rampage through on Mirage T side.
The CTs have lost the first pick now, so haven't gained any real estate. Someone needs to be adapting here. Maybe Config has to push, but he's only got a scout. It's a difficult proposition for him. They're going to be spread out pretty thinly across the map. KRB alone on the B side. Rubino towards jungle is trying to work out where he's going to be best met, but Mousesports now rotating back towards A. You've got Dennis there and towards the connector area. It looks like a little A split coming in with Nico towards Palace as well. Should be a simple round for them. They set this up perfectly for themselves. Config now, he is pushing towards that B apartment, so at least the CTs are aware as to what's going on. They're going to face towards connector. That's a great play from them. KRB neutralizes the situation and gets down Dennis there.
It's just game sense. They knew they didn't have any control over mid, so it stands to good reason that a player would be in connector from Mousesports. They have consistently been there. It's normally been Dennis as well, so no huge surprise for Dignitas. Still, though, in terms of weaponry, they are lagging behind a little bit. That being said, though, kills come in. There's Chris J, the main man of yesterday for Mousesports, looking to step up tall once again. Him and Nex are both tagged, however, and with 20 seconds on the timer, and no control over the bomb just yet, it's looking a bit dicey for them. 15 seconds now. And it's not going to get landed. Chris J falls down, and so does the bomb. Nex, with 8 seconds, really has no hope of getting anything done. And there's Kirby from behind. At least he died before the end of the round, though.
Yeah, something to take away, I guess, but that's just really good play from Dignitas there. Good fundamentals of Counter-Strike. Once you lose that first pick, you're up against the ropes, you're lacking, you don't have kits. We saw Config there pushing towards the B apartments, at least getting intel for his team as okay, we can pretty much bank on this being an A-sided attack. You saw the reaction coming in, they go to check code, connect it together, get that kill onto Dennis, and then they're able to hold off the attack from Mousesports as they came in there. Good crossfire setup, and we enter round number 11 now. MSL getting the AWP out once more, but Mousesports still have decent cash here.
What?
That's not going to help, though. MSL does get that first pick. He goes towards B apartments. It is traded, though, straight away by Dennis. He's going to pick up the AWP as well. Fancies his chances at a second frag as well. We've got KRB. He's there. It's actually Config. He gets a double as well. Fantastic stuff from him. What a play to keep Dignitas alive.
Yeah, simply, we're not expecting two players to be up on the ledge. And
it's a great play.
Backfired.
It's complements each other so well there.
No, it's easy pickings for Nico. Catches Rubino as he tries to retreat back to CT spawn.
Bad times now for Mousesports. 3-on-2, still salvageable here. Config's got full control of the B apartments though, so Mousesports need to fight back to get any sort of control of the map. Right now they've got nothing to work with. They've got flashbangs and one Molotov. That's about it. 2 AKs. Config though pushing. This could be the frag. That's careless from Config. I don't feel like he had to do that in that situation. They do answer back straight away. Break it down to the 2-on-1. There we go then. Speedy to clutch. Has got time to work with. They can see the CT's pincering him now. Will do well to get the bomb planted there.
He's going to try and smoke his way onto that plant. He is going to get the plant down. And now it's a case of Dignitas waiting to have a two-pronged attack. Speedy's going to try and position himself so that he can get the drop, but Tensky picks him off while he transitions to the back of the site. And Dignitas have picked up another round here, keeping this map a little bit interesting. That being said, though, overall, 7 rounds already from Mousesports is a great T-half, and they could definitely get a lot more from this. How's their economy looking? Not great. Probably on that half buy, I'd imagine.
Yeah, MSL changing his position up. Known to be quite a dynamic AWPer there. He's been showing a lot of presence towards middle. Changes position, takes down the AWPer of Mousesports there, and that great play from Config on the balcony. They didn't suspect it at all. Double AK spray down. Config almost threw it away a little bit. I'm not sure why he had to push in that situation. They had the man advantage. Didn't really need to work too hard for it. Now Mousesports are onto the quasi-buy here. Chris J has invested pretty heavily into this round. He's got $800 left. Looks like they're going to be doing a B execute with full smoke grenades here. Tech 9s. This can be very effective if you catch a CTs with the right timing. And here we go. The Molotov will be dropped. That's going to slow them down.
The thing is, they're playing into the mad fragger of Config, who's been quite consistent so far, Mirage. I feel like this is should be an execution from him, but he gets flashbanged twice, can't see anything. Tensky's there, however, to pick up the pieces. To get the slack from his teammate, Chris J somehow gets the upper hand onto Tensky. Mousesports probably still will fall short. They're taking 2 weapons away already. Not a terrible effort from them. Chris J is on the hunt, lands the shot, and now he has his AWP. This could get interesting right here, ladies and gents. Mousesports.
This is good, though, from Dignitas. Instead of making it a 1-on-X situation, I was about to say they're sticking together. They're actually going to be separating the bomb sites. I guess they're not 100% sure as to what Chris J's decision was. Once he got that kill towards kitchen, he will be planting towards B. And now the CTs are going to realize as to what's going on. You've got one player, Rubino, in towards that apartment. They want to make sure they approach this together. Can't afford to let one player drop without the trade frag coming in straight away. They're going to be aware he has the AWP. Chris makes his way towards short. It's not the best plan for him, though.
Oh, he does get the tag, but not the frag. That's so unfortunate. Goes back in for seconds. He's got the Tech 9. He can finish off Rubino. There we go. Chris J's now in a great position. He knows where Kia B is as well. He can put all of his focus over onto the site. Kia B has a defuse kit. Chris J's moving in. Pulls out the Tech 9. Can't get it done. And there is enough time for Mousesports to get this defuse. It was extremely close.
Extremely close.
But he has just about got it. Chris J will be sick of his life right now.
Had that shot landed in the apartments, he just gets the tag through the wall there. Had he got the kill there, I feel like he could have really taken control of that situation. Difficult plan for him when he goes towards short and he's planted behind that box. You can't even see it, so had no choice but to take the risk and attack the potential full diffuser there. It didn't work out, but they do get 4 kills that are trapped on a bomb plant. You can see Chris J bringing out the Krieg. See what he can do with it. No AWP from this time. It's going to be MSL. This time he's decided to go back towards window. It's going to be a full A attack coming in from the terrorist side here. It's actually pretty fast as well as they make their way out.
Just going for full ruthless aggression. They're sick of these slow rounds, and this time it's on A. They've probably been going on the B side, hoping this would catch the CTs unaware. Chris J does break the deadlock. Beautiful shot from him with the SG. And now Dignitas find themselves isolated off. The smokes have been perfectly placed from Mousesports. Couple players in connector, couple players coming up from the CT side. Mousesports still haven't planted the bomb though, Henry. They still have to get on that site and get it done.
I guess it's making sure every single possibility is covered before they commit to it. It's difficult to get a safe plant down on the A bomb site when you haven't made the kills happen. So they're just making sure they make another frag. Tensky still in that connector area. MSL on the steps trying to find a frag here with the AWP. Unable to land that shot. Bomb still not going down. You can see the terrorists doing what they can. We've got Chris J coming in the back. He's taken down though, and there it is. Speedy and Nico stepping up. They should be able to get a plant down now. It's a 4-on-2.
It certainly is. They have the Overwatch sniper of MSL looking to get a pick. I was thinking it was going to get a bit sketchy from Mousesports because they're kind of bunched up. MSL drops down, gets the kill onto Nex. He was just staring at the wall there.
Yeah.
Was hoping for the best, and now Tensky, who's only on minimal HP, on 9 in total, will be saving this M4. Mousesports back to winning ways.
Yeah, nice round from them. They're getting that first pick and not rushing the situation. I don't mind that at all. You don't have to risk a bomb plant. If you don't feel comfortable and feel like it could fall apart for you, it's absolutely fine to make sure you get the frags, push the CTs back, and wait for your rotator to come in. They saw Chris J going through T-spawn as well. They're just waiting for him to try and make something happen. It's clear out key areas like connector and CD spawn, for example. So that did work out. They get the kills. Tensky will survive the M4A4, but Mousesports are back after losing 3 in a row. They managed to bring the scoreline to 8 plays 5 now. Looking at the money for the CTs after saving that M4. Looks like they're going to be force buying into this one. Interesting decision. Let's see what they can do with it. It's going to be a scout, 1 M4, and 3 pistols to work with. So around you would heavily favor towards Mousesports, but they have been known to make some questionable decisions when it comes to committing to bomb sites. Let's see how they approach this one. Going for a heavy mid presence here. No stack coming in from Dignitas as of yet. And it's going to be pushing up into Palace. 2 players there to see whether they can get away towards CT spawn, but Nico is going to be waiting for him. He gets that first frag, and he's going to be aware of the economic situation for Dig now.
MSL did do quite a bit of damage there in mid, just spraying with his, well, tapping, I should say, with his deagle. Next, however, he's going to get the frag onto Tensky, and that is opening up this map.
There it is.
Ever so quickly. Mousesports starting to rip through Dignitas. The scout is still alive on config. He has always been the B player, so it's very likely he'd still be there from Mousesports' perspective. And I think they're just waiting and hoping that Dignitas go for the peak and they can just round this off as soon as possible.
Yeah, like you can see, they just want to make sure they don't lose a single frag here. Very methodical play. Just going to be config remaining now. He's got the scout in hand, but so far away from any sort of situation. Just going to be rotating through CT spawn, seeing if he can make this scout do anything for him. I feel like Mousesports aren't going to allow him. They're aware of his position now. Don't need to do anything too risky. There it is. Dennis takes him down. They get their 9th round on the board. You see in the screens right now, the crowd are enjoying it. Much better performance so far from Mousesports. Heavily in the lead here as we go into the last round. It's why it was a difficult decision for me last round, where they forced sport with absolutely nothing. They spent all their money when they could have had a reasonable, at least had Famis's this round, but there we go. We enter round number 15 with just Deagles and 157 on Rubino and a few smokes and flashbangs here. Once again, not going to be heavily committed to any sort of stack. This will be spreading themselves out. Pretty standard round from Dig. And I'm sure Mousesports are going to be taking this one very slowly once again.
Slow and steady wins the race for Mousesports. There's no point charging in. They must know after that last buy of like a scout and a couple of pistols that this would be the kind of situation that Dignitas are in.
Well,
right
you
now.
could feel you were going up against head armor and stuff like that, so it's very obvious that's what may be happening. Speedy gets the first frag here. Looks like they were going towards the B side. Actually, this will be showing heavy presence there with the smoke and Molotovs. Going to be falling back towards A. You can see one player is going to be Nico, who's made his way to the end of Palace. He's actually going to be joined as well for Dennis, who's near the connector. And he's waiting for the teammates to arrive. They still have a smoke. I'd assume this will be going towards the steps and jungle area. And they'll flash over and just try and swarm the bomb site here. They know they're up against pistols, so should be a pretty clean transaction. Should be.
So. Yeah, should is the key word. Because yesterday, all bets are off. What should happen, Rubino is about to get wrecked off that Molotov. He has to pull himself out, and doing so, he does get at least a kill beforehand. Tensky's there as well. And if Dignitas can continue to land these shots, this is going to backfire horribly for Mousesports. Kiabi is still alive on the site, and full HP to boot. Gonna try and spin himself across to pick up Speedy. And there's Tensky. Dignitas somehow win the final round of the half. I have no idea how, though.
They had that set up perfectly. They get the first frag, they know them against pistols, they're Molotoving players out of shadow, they're coming in together, and all of a sudden, 3 Deagle kills and 1 AK shot, I should say, from Tensky. He steps up massively. He finishes the half on 16 for 10. Massive half from him. Has had a really good tournament so far, but Mousesports definitely with a better showing than the first game here. Winning the half on the T side, arguably the harder side here. Dignitas starting on CT after winning the knife. Probably aren't going to be too happy with that. Rubino, quite a game for him. Had a difficult series against Virtus.pro yesterday. 5 for 12. As we enter the second half now, we'll have a look at the Dignitas buy and see if we can work out where they may be deciding to go with this. 2 smokes purchased so far, make it 3, so that's almost going to signal to me it's automatically going to be an A-side attack.
Yeah.
Going towards A, smoking off spawn, smoking off towards jungle, and going for the quick plant, locking out the CTs at the bomb side, but his long-range USPs can cause absolute damage as they make their way out. Huge round here for both teams. 5 men committed to the A side of the map, and here come the smokes.
Yep, hit the nail on the head, Henry. Well, they still have to execute through with this strap and land those all-important frags. They should at least guarantee them a bomb plant. Mousesports setting up for the retake. They do have a defuse kit on Speedy. Oh, Kiabi just wrecks Nico, though. Nothing he can do about that. The drive-by Glock headshot.
It's so key. They're pushing up aggressively here. You can't just sit back on the site and allow the CT to fully retake you in this situation. You need to be pushing into position. If you don't swarm CT spawn, you do this. You push in the jungle. You get this kill coming through the vents. It's such a strong position here. Dignitas, perfect round for them so far. It's going to be a 4-on-2. Chris J doing what he can. Takes down MSL. Got every 2 players remaining for the CTs. No kits, though. This round should be over. As the bomb ticks away now, Chris J trying to do what he can, just trying to build some money up with getting some couple of kills. That's all he can really hope for here. Gets one. And Kiabi takes him down. It's just going to be Dennis remaining. He should be dealt with. How has he survived? I have no idea, but finally taken care of. But there we go. As predicted from the buy, the full A attack coming in. Once the bomb was planted, push aggressively into jungle and lock down that area. At least you know that's completely locked down. CT spawns are any trouble at that point. They made the kills happen. And that's a clean one for Dignitas to bounce back here in the second half. Let's have a look at the buy for Mousesports. They're not going to be forcing too heavily into this. 5 Desert Eagles, no armor or utility, so they're going for the long-range headshots. When you have players like Nico on your team, that definitely is a possibility. But it's going to be Chris J getting wrecked at the start of the round. He gets headshot through the wall and taken down to 39 HP.
Yeah, the aim punch is a very real issue. Speedy, though, is still going to deliver the fatal blow to Rubino. That being said, MSL just comes in, picks up the AK from his fallen teammate, puts it to good use alongside the 2 MP7 frags he got beforehand. And Mousesports will be very likely bowing out of this round as it all comes onto Nico. I mean, the guy is a monster, but a 1v4 with just a deagle, it's not going to happen.
I don't think it's going to happen. There we go. Clean round from Dig. Only dropping 1 there. Mousesports, I'd say, taking an unorthodox approach, has to be said. Normally you see a lot of teams force buying that second round. I actually prefer the approach they do. Get a couple of upgraded pistols. Make sure you have the fuse kits, you have the smoke grenades to actually hold off the first gun round, and don't get yourself in that rut of constantly force buying and throwing the game away when you get yourself in a decent position here. So Mousesports definitely on course to take this third round here. A players aren't going in for a straight on B rush. CTs don't really have anything to hold it off, or do they? Nico, all of a sudden, double USP headshot there. Make it a triple. How has this happened? Long range. He's going absolutely sick here. Mousesports lock it down. That's absolutely incredible. I can't believe what's just happened. Silence USP out of nowhere. Where do you even go with that? How do you analyze it? I hope we can see a replay. We didn't see it from his point of view. I don't even think it was close range. That must be one of the sickest eco rounds I've ever experienced. Nico.
That's all you need to say, just Nico. That explains everything.
What the hell just happened?
Oh my goodness. That has got to be a huge body blow to Dignitas as well, for losing such a manner. And this has put them into a Tech 9 and a Deagle. Yeah, me too, pretty much. That
shouldn't be happening. This is exactly what happened to Mousesports on their T side. You commit to these B rushes, you think it's a done deal. All of a sudden, someone was go big and you throw the round away. Chris J now answering back to that kill from the terrorist towards shore. He gets one, but punished by Kiabi. Just a flurry of frags coming in for both teams. Is left on a 2-on-2. Bomb has been planted from Dignitas. Config pushes into kitchen. This could very well catch off guard Dennis, who's lurking. Jumping up onto the bench. Strong position from Config. Dennis almost given himself away, but does still get the kill. In such a strong position, as you say, Henry. Now Speedy has to just charge onto the site. There's Tensky, and Dignitas return, I should say, the favor onto Mousesports. Interesting scenes there. Looking at the Mousesports money now, that's going to be the full hard reset after such a struggle to get themselves back into this. Nico playing out of his mind with that silenced USP. Dignitas answer back straight away. He's going to knock Mousesports back down to the pistols here. They're going to be stacking towards the A side, just one player towards B. And it looks like this could be the right call as Dig are positioning themselves towards that A side of the map. One player towards middle. Surely they're going to execute properly onto this map. I would say just don't risk the same thing happening again. Get the smokes down, Molotov, and here we go. The execution comes in. Oh my goodness, Nax is doing damage though with that Deagle. Here comes Dennis. Nico as well. Are we going to have a repeat performance? Kirby's on 1, Tensky's on 16. And although I think Nico had an opportunity to pick up the AK, he decides to play safe instead. Dignitas have control of the bomb. That is pretty much the only saving grace in this scenario for them. If that was dropped in the middle of A, they would be absolutely screwed. The thing is as well, it's just going to take one bullet to take down either of these D-sided players. KRV, 1 HP. Tensky, 16. It doesn't matter what gun you've got. You just need to land one bullet anywhere on the body, and that will be it. They're slowly edging their way towards the B side of the map. They've got a CT player coming behind them. It's going to be Nico. Yeah. He's just checking out T-spawn, see if he can get some intel here. Looks like the T should be able to... Are they going towards underpass? They actually are, so they're not going to be going to the B side of the map. They're going to be coming in... Look where the CTs are going. This hurts to watch. Oh, God, this round... Dignitas, it's a trap. Dignitas, please. Oh, God. I think we're about to see a massacre. This is going to be great. This is setting up to be an amazing outcome here. They are waiting. They're trying to play the time. The smoke has gone down, but all that's going to do is give the information to Mouse. Nico out of Palace. Spots the first player, converts the frag. This is looking awful for Dignitas now. Nico seems to have a general idea of where the final player is. It's Tensky. He's trying to spray. Nico picks up the kill. And for the second time in 3 rounds, Mousesports win on pistols by and large. Just down to that man who was just on your screen there, Nico. My lord, the pistol master, it seems. He did it with the USP before. This time he delivers with the Desert Eagle. Unbelievable scenes here. Such a back and forth affair. Just when you feel like it should be a round that's completely tied up. They had nothing to work with apart from a 5-7 and a Deagle. He delivers once more. Unbelievable stuff there. Dignitas now, they're going to be onto the pretty much full eco. They've got some Tech 9s and some armor. That's about it. One flashbang to play with, but surely they can't do the same thing back. This has got to be a round with Mousesports and string a couple together. Surely. You think so, especially considering that only Kirby has armor. So as soon as the bullets start flying at Dignitas, aim punch is going to be probably one of their biggest concerns. And here comes the push. Next has to relocate. The flash lands in his face. Speedy, though, has his back. The spray comes in. Rubino is going to be the only Dignitas player to get himself on the score sheet. Is anyone else going to chime in? He doesn't look too good. Oh, Config does come through with a frag. Dennis, finally, it was a labored attempt, but does get his man. And now MSL on bench. Last surviving Dignitas player, not for long. Mousesports will get a 3-round lead, 12-9. And it's actually going to be setting themselves up for 2 rounds in a row here as well. The defuse comes in. It's going to be a decent bite. 4 Dignitas coming through. They've got 5k average, I say, across the board. How do they approach this round? On the T side, they seem to favor a 5-rifle setup. They haven't really been rolling the AWP too often on this, but here we go, into round number 22. Mousesports definitely getting some decent footing onto this one. This round's going to be big for either team. Financial situation not great in either camp. It's been to round number 22 now.
Yeah, this round could mean everything, Henry. As you say, both economies are definitely on a downturn. So this could be Dignitas' ticket right back into this game. On the other side of the coin, this could be Mousesports moving towards that finish line. That being said, no early confrontation. The round is still fresh and new. Mid is going to be occupied from Dignitas. This has been a pretty consistent factor, though, so nothing too out of the ordinary. So what they do with this freedom, that is potentially going to win or lose them the round.
KRB has made his way into towards that connector area. The CTs, they've got a feeling it's going to be a beat-out. You can see them completely leaving the A side open. Nico opens it up, though. He gets the booster player down. KRB from that connector area. He does respond straight away. Now they have free reign of that bomb side. Just to be one player towards CD Sport waiting for them. Can he do anything with this? It's going to be Dennis. Needs to make something happen. It's actually Chris J who finds the kill from jungle. They haven't smoked it off there. They've actually left that open. This could be devastating, though. Rubino answers back with a double kill. And there it is, one-on-one situation. Tensky versus Speedy.
Picks up the frag. The good news for Speedy, as he has a bit of time to play with because that bomb was dropped. And he did get eyes on that. He got the frag from short. Tensky knows this. He's going to go for the plant. He knows he's safe. There's no way that Speedy could have got himself onto CT boxes in that amount of time. But here he comes. A one-on-one. They're going to be peeking each other as well. Who has the faster reaction speed? It's going to be Tensky. And you can see the reaction of Speedy. He is gutted. We talked about it before, Henry. That was a key round for both teams.
Absolutely. You can see the CT money now. There's enough to do some Famases maybe, but what are they going to do with this? Chris J has picked up a scout, and he's got enough. He still has 2K in the bank, so...
Yeah, equalizing the economy.
Yeah, just trying to see what he can do with this. So we've got 5-7s, PD50s, and the scout, and the Deagle on Nico. Never count them out of the round, though, and that man has the Desert Eagle. Let's see what they can do with this. I've got some body armor as well. Dignitas responding. 4 rifles and 1 UMP on config. He'll be the recon player. He'll be chucks in positions first, trying to clear out the close range combat zones. As once again, Dig take control of middle here. He's pushing the CTs back as much as they can. We'll one player in Palace, one towards B apartments. Looks like they'll be focusing on that short area. Once again, KRB making his way in towards connector. And the CTs favoring the A bomb site right now. Dig can't afford to drop any frags. They need to make sure this is a clean round.
Oh, that footstep would have been heard from Rubino. He was waiting. Trying to hunt down the straggler.
Oh,
Nico's 1D. Not again, surely. You can't be serious, Mousesports. They're going to walk into the firing squad of Rubino. Speedy, though, gets the frag on the retreat. Chris J's been picked off onto B, though.
That should be it now. They've got full control of the B bomb site. The CTs on the heavy rotate. They've already got control of the kitchen as well, but somehow Nico makes that shot happen. Is there any stopping this guy? Apparently not. 3-on-2 in favor of Mousesports. Bomb has been planted. No kits, but doesn't matter. Next finds another one. 3-on-1.
Not like this, Dignitas. Not like this. He won the round, the key round. This was supposed to be your way back into the game. Tensky's still alive, though. Alive and kicking. 2 flashes. Maybe throwing both of those out. Allows him for the peek to bomb. Oh, he's going to get picked off from next! Mousesports! 3 times in a row!
My God, this game has delivered and then some. What an epic series is turning out to be. This is Counter-Strike.
What is even happening,
personified right now. This is what makes big LAN games so exciting to watch. KRB caught out position. This was the shot that decided that. I'm not sure how he even anticipated that happening, but he reacts, takes him down, and rightly so. We have the pause coming in from Dig here. Those are the kind of rounds. It's such a bitter pill to swallow.
That answers the question as to why Nico always buys Deagle and pistol rounds.
Jeez, that
guy's
absolutely
ridiculous.
Nuts.
Deagle King, Nico God.
Deagle God for sure. Dig now, the money reset situation has been thrown over to the other court. Mousesports just scrapping here. It feels like every time they're on a Quasi or a Force Buy or even an Eco that is coming back and delivering the goods. Having a look at the scoreboard, Nico's currently sat on 26 kills and 14 deaths. Pretty insane showing from him so far. Tensky putting up a very good result as well. He's on 22 for 14. But yeah, this is Counter-Strike for me. You just can't predict what's going on when situations that should be a done deal go against the other team. It really does test the mental fortitude of either side.
And you would say as well, judging off the performance of Dignitas last night against VP, you know, mental fortitude, their tenacity, their resolve held strong, right? Double overtime, coming back from...
In some circumstances, yes, but they did obviously throw away a lot of key rounds as well, like some 3-on-1s and stuff, and silly clutches with their overfacing. Communication issues were definitely an issue here, but today it seems like well, especially at least on the second map, they really have stepped up their individual performances. And we can see the buy coming in now. The pause has been cancelled. Dignitas taking the pause to just slow down the momentum and hopefully calm Nico down a little bit. See, that guy's on fire right now. They're going to be going for Desert Eagles, Teknon and Kiabi. And the AWP has been switched over to Nico now, so not going to be on the rifle roll this time. Going to be holding towards CD spawn, watching that lower ramp. And the bomb has been left in T-spawn so far for Dignitas. Not going to be committing to anything just yet. It's feeling out the map, seeing if there's any aggression coming in, trying to work a pick. Only got the pistols to work with, so the Desert Eagles need to be strong here. It's going to be Nico to take down conflict to open things up.
Yeah, whenever you see that bomb dropped at spawn, it's more sort of like a declaration of intent. Like, we don't want to go for the fast plays, we're looking for those picks, and we can try and convert it into a bomb plant. MSL, oh my goodness, MSL has picked up 2. He is trying to channel his inner Nico. Can he get a third one? It's pretty important for Speedy not to keep repeating that, because eventually one of those Deagle rounds will land, and that would be a catastrophe for Mousesports.
Here we go then. 4-on-3 in favour of Dignitas. Nex actually goes down to 4 HP here. 3 players swarming him. Needs to find one. He doesn't. Deagle headshot coming in once again. It's a 3-on-2. MSL in a great position here. He's actually going to spot the CT. Unable to capitalise on the situation. We're falling back towards middle now. Retake is on! But all of a sudden the Deagles are in again! What is going on? Metis, please explain to me how this keeps happening time and time again.
All praise Juan Deag. Oh my goodness. Were they all Deagle kills?
I think so.
I know MSL got at least 2 of them.
This shot. Boom.
Get destroyed.
Sit down, my friend. How do you even analyze this? It should be rounds that are tied up. They don't have the money to
It's just one of those,
even go up against them.
one of those games that don't necessarily need to analyze, just enjoy. Because it's just been ridiculous.
Oh, here we
Sit
go
back
then.
and enjoy. The rules of Counter-Strike do not apply here. Rubino has picked up the first one, though. Maybe we're finally going to see a rifle round hold firm between these teams. Nico has fallen alongside Chris J, and this is looking oh so good for Dignitas. Surely no hope of this. Scout plus the Deagle of coming in. That being said, Nex and Speedy both pick themselves up kills. Is there another turn? Maybe not. Kirby executes Nex, point blank range to the face. And Speedy, although he has the Scout, no defuse kit, no nades either. So Dignitas should be picking up their 12th round.
At this point, I would say that's a pretty safe bet. Just going to be Speedy remaining with the Scout in hand. This time it wasn't meant to be. Dignitas convert the round to Eco into a successful round, bringing the scoreline to 13 plays 12. This time going for the full A execute. It rings true. And they keep 3 men alive as well. So going to help them build the economy a little bit as well. You can see they've got a decent buy in them for next round as well. I think I saw a player on 8K. And there it is. Back and forth affair so far. This match has had everything. High-octane Counter-Strike at its best. So many individuals stepping up in key rounds. I think Nico takes the MVP role so far. Looks like Dignout are setting up for an A split. They've got 3 players setting up smokes on that A ramp. Mousesports going to be Eco once more. PT50's Deagles and a Scout on Speedy, which he saved from last round. So you'd assume this is going in favor of Dignitas, but I think I've said that about 6 times.
Yeah, absolutely. And there's still a Deagle in the hands of Nico. There is also one on Nex. Has been chugging along with Franks. Dennis there does catch a glimpse of a couple players. And was at head height, is crosshair, but not able to get anything done. MSL with 2 entries. He's on 3 HP, but he's definitely paid his way in this round. Chris J from behind drops down. The bomb is also dropped for him. Chris J can still pull this off. That Molotov's going to be huge, and it forces him out of position. But here we go. It's Nico once more.
Meant to be
There's almost an air of expectancy when he's in the 1 versus 3, but the realism is that it's very unlikely he's going to pull those off.
Dignitas tie things up here, 13-13. It was such a great showing from Mousesports. They got themselves a decent lead here, but everything's square now. They finally get a decent buy on the board as well. They've got AWP on Chris J. Nico not wielding that weapon this time. Looks like they may be going for some aggression here as well. Going to be pushing up towards mid. 2 players, in fact, as well, kind of heavily invested into this. This frag's going to mean everything. Next goes down. MSL is the one to do it. Chris J answers back straight away, though. There's 2 players behind those mid boxes here. Dennis is aware of the situation as well. I saw the nades fly over the box. Can he do anything with this? MSL capitalizes, and now the man advantage going towards Dignitas. Chris J still alive towards that window. I assume he's been smoked off, and he's been making his way back towards that B bomb site, which he does. And now it's in full control of Dignitas here. CTs need to work out how they're going to approach the situation. It's just going to be Nico alone towards the balcony area. As Dignitas now looking like they're just biding their time. They don't want to overcommit to this. Still have a minute to play with. If they can find another pick, that seals the deal.
That's it, exactly. If they get one more kill, that is the round landsliding in their favor. Mousesports then would have just lost a 3-round lead. I think Dignitas would go ahead for the first time in a considerable amount of time here on Mirage. That being said, that hasn't happened just yet. So Mousesports are still in this round. A lot is going to come down to Nico, and he has been in this kind of situation before in these positions, so I'm not sure if Dignitas would have called this. That being said, Speedy does come through from short, lands the frag. Now Nico's coming in with the A4, and no one's looking up into Palace. Can he strike? He's going to be dropping down, takes down Config. Now, it stands to good reason that someone will probably be in ramp, so he's going to be keeping his eye there. Nico with a second kill, and he seems to have called the last players in ramp, but Rubino,
They've got a smoke.
he's going to try and hold this one off. The flashbang comes through. He's going to go for that peek. Meanwhile, the players are on the site. Rubino with one, looking for the last frag to clutch this round for Dignitas, and he's going to take it down. What a fantastic retake from Rubino. Mousesports trail by a round, and what a key play that could prove to be.
Rubino's had a quiet game so far, but yesterday he stepped up in overtime versus Virtus Pro. That's when he arrived, and then towards the latter side of this game as well. That's a massive clutch for him to win. 2-on-1. Great use of the flashbang there. The CT's had a smoke as well. I feel like they could have chucked that on the bomb, at least giving themselves a fighting chance there, but maybe they didn't see it. And the scoreline goes in favor of Dignitas, 14-13. You look at the money for Mousesports, and now on yet another eco here. Desert Eagles with 5-7s and a PT50 on Chris J. And now then, Dignitas setting themselves up for the B execute. Smoke's going to be deployed all down to Next. Can he do anything with this? Doesn't manage to land any shots, but there it is. He gets the first gun, Kiabi. MSO answers back straight away. And it's a 4-on-4.
Here comes Mousesports, though. Every crack going to be looking to pounce on a Dignitas player. These smokes are going to screw with the positioning of Dignitas somewhat. MSL, though, again, stands up big for his team. Here comes Dennis. Speedy's going to fall down, and Dignitas have moved to 2 match points. They did win the first map. He just joined us. It was 16-4 in the end, I believe. So they are just shy of knocking out Mousesports on home ground.
Tournament life on the line right now. As you said, 2 match points in the bag here for Dignitas. Fantastic showing from them, getting themselves back into the series after so many catastrophic rounds against the Ecos. All roads lead here. Can Mousesports deliver the goods and get the last 2 rounds to take it towards overtime?
So tense right now for Mousesports. Every single kill is massive.
Chris Jade is checking out those apartments, seeing if he can get any sort of intel. The T's swarming middle once again. They've got full control of that area. Got to be focusing towards short this time, though. And Kiabi sticking towards that connector area.
Flashbang's going to stop him for now. Nico comes through, spoilt for choice. You could see that he really wanted to just turn to his left and pick up the frag, but short was beckoning. And Next is just died to Molotov!
What a blunder. Not like this.
Oh man, if Mousesports lose because of that, that is absolutely brutal.
He got away with 10 HP and then just walked into his own doom there. Burned to a crisp.
He's just cold, Henry. Went to step up next to the fire, warm his hands. Dennis has given him the lifeline, though. Chris J's still alive, the key man from yesterday. Mousesports can't afford any more mistakes, though. That could prove to be them slipping away. Speedy comes through connector. Second frag on the board for Mousesports. Gonna force that bomb to be planted right here, right now from Dignitas. It has gone down. There's defuse kits in and flashbangs, though, Henry. This is doable for Mousesports.
Definitely doable. They've got kits as well. Dennis, really taking in from CT Spawn here, has found 1 frag this round, looking to get some more. Obviously, this round means everything. No option to save. They need to do a full retake. Speedy is the man to kick it off, and he gets a double as well. That's his 3rd of the round. Just going to be Rubino in a very unfavorable situation. That's going to be the round tied up. Should it, though? All of a sudden, can he get the 3rd? He does it! My words, what a way to finish it. A round where it looked like he was locked out of a 3-on-1, bomb planted. Had vision of the bomb, but shouldn't be winning that situation. Looks